Hello, this is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a paper amaryllis. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. All the supplies will be listed below the video, and you could also find the template linked below to cut with your Cricut, Silhouette, or other cutting machines. You could also print and hand cut them if you don't have a cutting machine with my template. This is a print and cut file, so you will need to print the pattern first, then cut it through your cutting machine or cut them by hand. I also have a non-print version if you want to make them out of a solid red, which is the common color for this flower. First, start with the center using 22 gauge, and we need to cut 7 of them. Then take pliers and make the loops on the wire to all 7 of them. Then take white floral tape and cover the loop, then go down the wire about the height of the petals. Next, take yellow acrylic markers that I also linked below and only color the top loop area, and then the rest of the stem will be a light green. You don't have to cover the whole wire, and lightly stroke on the wire and do this to all 7 of them. Then set it to the side for it to dry. Then grab the first set of 3 petals. I only printed them on one side on a blush pink cardstock paper. Then I shaped them by curling in the printed side and then curl out the top. Do the same to the second set of 3 petals. Then grab all the wire, it should be dry by now, then bend all of them to curl forward. Then floral tape all of them, and then take 1 petal at a time and start adding the first set of 3 petals. I just floral taped them, but if you want to secure them, you could also white glue to glue them down. Since we are working in 3s, it should form like a triangle. Then add your second set of 3 petals in between. I only add a little bit of floral tape about 1 inch or 2 below the flower. You don't have to floral tape until the end of this bundle of floral wire. Next will be the leaves. I made them in a variety of sizes, but they come in pairs, so make sure to pair them up and slightly crease down the middle just to help see the center. Then use white glue and put it around the leaf and quickly add a floral wire halfway into the leaf and sandwich the pair on top. Then shape it by curling the tip in, and some curl them out. Do this before the glue fully dries. The next part is a bud version. All you need to do is the first 3 petals, shape them by curling it in, and try to tightly curl them in and slightly curl in the top of the petal as well. Then put the 3 petals on a thicker floral wire directly without any center. You want to try to keep these petals close together. I made 3 flowers and a bud with leaves. Attach the 3 flowers onto a thicker floral stem. make sure to bend forward the flowers and have an inch or two of the stem sticking out, and then floral tape onto the thicker floral wire. You only need to floral tape just the wire from the flowers. Then take any colored tissue paper. I just happen to have this green one, but it doesn't matter what color. Then add this to the stem to make the stem even wider. Then floral tape on top of the tissue paper to cover it up. The Amaryllis tends to have a very thick stem. You want to do the same to the bud as well. Add some tissue paper and make the stem thicker. Then attach the bud and the flowers on the bottom with floral tape, and also add the leaves as closest to the bottom as possible. The next part will be the bulb that will be the base for this flower. This is optional. You could just add the flower directly into a vase or plant them in a pot. But I also wanted to show you the bulb part. You'll need a styrofoam ball and a strip of brown cardstock paper. I roll the cardstock paper about halfway. Then I cut them just to make it wide enough to make it a cylinder that my stem would fit. Then I take some leftover strips from there and use that as little tabs to glue onto the styrofoam ball. Glue the brown paper cylinder onto the ball first, then add the tabs on the side to help hold it up. Then take foil and mold it onto the ball, and also mold on the bottom so that it could stand up on its own. I try to flatten the bottom, but keep the sides round. Then take masking tape and cover all of the foil. Then take brown tissue paper and use matte Mod Podge and cover the whole bulb. Add Mod Podge onto the masking tape and put the tissue paper and Mod Podge on top of the tissue paper as well. It should take a couple hours for this to fully dry. Once it is dry, you could cut down your flower to make it fit the bulb, and cut down the cylinder part as well. Then add your flower. I also wanted to show you my red version, which is the more traditional one you will see in these flowers. These would be perfect gifts for Lunar New Year and Valentine's Day. Try making them yourself. Please like this video below and subscribe. Thank you for watching.